Is that thing going? I don't see a red light. Okay. Yeah, it's working. All right, folks, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you something. We just got back from Windrock. I'm gonna give you 7 or 5 things that you need to do. Now, we used to put coolers and whatnot back here and all kinds of things, but I came up with this. I didn't come up with it. Milwaukee did, and it's good stuff. It's called their packout. Now, come up over here. Let me show you something. This thing is like a thing a man could use to attach his packout stuff to a wall or a shelf, but I kind of strapped it down in here in the Terex. I guess if a man wanted to, he could screw it down in here for permanent, but we use ours on the farm, and I don't want to screw this into my bed permanent, so I strapped it down here with a bungee using the Terex tie-down kit in the bed, and it kind of does a fine job here. Now let me show you what I did here. So you got your tools, and they got all kinds of things you can get. I got this toolbox here, right? This thing's great. It's got a weather stripping seal here. It seals down and it keeps all your tools from, you know, coming out and flopping around in here. So I got a general toolbox here. And this is the great thing about this stuff. Watch this. You stick it on there, and that's it, folks. It latches. It's on there. So you got your toolbox. Then you got this little setup here. And this has got like anything you need as far as your fasteners, bolts, washers, C-clips. I got everything I need in here, right, in case I need to fix something on the trail. Again, weather seal in there, locks down tight, locks in place, folks. Look at that. Can't beat that with a $4 bill. Look at that. Now look at this. A cooler Milwaukee makes, right? Look at this. We put our stuff down in here, stay nice and cool on the trail. You can put you some snack sandwiches or what in there. Again, weather seal, locks tight, quality built stuff. Stick it on there, locks in place. Toolbox. We use this toolbox, which I'm gonna put tools in there, but we use it as snacks, right? You can stick you some chips, sandwiches, crackers, Vienna sausages. I'm a Vienna sausage man. Put it in there. Weather strip, seals. Look at that. Locks in place. That's not going anywhere. We rode the trails with that. Everything did just great. I recommend, I will tell you, it's pricey, but I recommend if you have something like this to get it set up. That's all I got to say. Is the light on? We're recording?
Yes.
Alright, so we just got back from Windrock, folks. It's been a while since we talked about our Kingquads. Me and Max love these things. And I know a lot of you fellas say, well, you're a big old boy. What you riding a 400 Kingquad for? And I'm here to tell you, yeah, I know I'm a big old boy, but I like my 400 Kingquad. It's done everything we want. It's got a solid rear end, rides a little rough, but I like throwing it in the curves. We had 3 flat tires when we was up there. One of them was on my Kingquad, and I bought me some Tusk Terraforms. I'm gonna have these mounted this week, get them on there, and I'll let you know how that goes. Other issue we had, Max's skid plate came off the bottom. It's just a little old plastic skid plate. I think what happened was some ice hung up on the front of it and pulled it out of the plastic bolts on the front side, and then he hit a rock and it just ripped it plumb off there. So what we did is I had a flat tire. I couldn't ride mine anymore. We swapped mine out, put mine on his, and he was able to ride that last day we was there. And I've ordered me a skid plate, and when that comes in, I'll show you. It's from Skip Skid Plates. I hope it's going to be real good stuff, but it's going to be aluminum. If we like it, we're going to put that on Max's. Something else we put on these things was HMF. Now, I'm going to crank this thing up and let you hear it. If anybody's got a Kingquad or a quad at all, I highly recommend HMF exhaust. Man, I'm here to tell you, I think I'd feel certain, and of course I hadn't dynoed it. I feel like in the seat of the pants dyno, we probably got an extra 3 horsepower. Don't you reckon, son?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Let me crank this thing up and let you hear it. Thing's awesome. She's a ripper. Something I want to point out though, if any of you folks get it with these Kingquads with the fuel injection, you got to get the command mapper, right? Otherwise you're going to lose your factory warranty. Well, we messed up, right? This looks like a perfect place to mount that. We mounted it here originally, but you'll notice there's these posts in the bottom of the seat. These posts here, and it just so happens that right where we mounted that thing, that post landed. And what it had done is it actually warped the outer casing of this, what do you call these things, son?
Programmer,
there we go. It warped the outside case of that and pulled his power wire out. So we had to take it apart, reconnect his power wire, seal it up with some silicone. Thing works fine, but don't mount it here. If you have a Kingquad 400 anyway. Right here, it looks like a perfect spot. You need to put it up here out of the way so the seat posts don't hit it. And then the last thing I want to show you, got an extra 5 horsepower out of the Moose.
Hitch buddy.
Yep, that's right, man. This gave him dang near 7 or 5 more horsepower, at least 7 or 5. 75, boys. Yeah, that's all I got to say.